Mira had always loved the fog. It wrapped the world in mystery, softened the sharp edges of reality. But that was before the night it whispered back. It started when she moved into the old house by the lake. The townspeople had warned her about it, the Blackwood House, but she had dismissed their superstitions. Ghost stories to scare children, she had laughed. The house was cheap, isolated, perfect for her work as a freelance writer. The first few nights were uneventful. Then the fog came, thick and pale, rolling in from the lake like silent fingers creeping through the trees. It surrounded the house, swallowing the world beyond her porch. That was the first night she heard the whisper. At first, it was faint, almost imperceptible, a breath of sound within the shifting mist. She pressed her ear against the cold window pane, straining to hear. Mira. She jerked back, her heart slamming against her ribs. It had sounded like a voice, faint, distant, maybe just her imagination. She forced a laugh. Too much coffee, she muttered. But the whispers didn't stop. Each night, they grew clearer. Come outside. Join us. It's so cold. She stopped sleeping. Shadows deepened under her eyes. She tried keeping the windows shut, the doors locked, but the voices seeped in, curling around her thoughts like ivy. Then came the tapping. One night, as she lay in bed, covers pulled up to her chin, she heard it, light, rhythmic, just outside the window. Tap, tap, tap. She refused to look, but she felt it, something watching, waiting. The next morning she found footprints in the wet grass outside, bare, human footprints. But they didn't lead to the house. They led from it, out into the fog. That night she set up her phone to record. She placed it on the windowsill, facing the lake, and pressed record before climbing into bed. At 3:13 a.m., she woke to a chilling sound. Laughter. Not warm, human laughter, but something else. Hollow, echoing, stretching unnaturally through the fog. She grabbed her phone with shaking hands, stopping the recording. She didn't dare watch it yet. Instead, she sat in the center of her room, back against the wall, eyes locked on the window. The fog was pressed against the glass, like a living thing, swirling, thickening. And then, a face. Pale, sunken eyes, a wide, lipless grin, skin mottled with decay. Mira screamed. She ran for the front door, yanking it open before reason could stop her. The fog curled around her ankles like a lover's embrace. Mira? She turned. The thing was standing at the edge of the porch, close enough for her to smell the damp rot clinging to it. It tilted its head. Come. Home. Her vision blurred. She stumbled back inside, slamming the door, locking it. She didn't sleep. When morning came, she finally dared to check her phone. The recording was 6 hours long. She skipped to 3:13 a.m. First, the fog, thick, creeping. Then, movement. Shapes formed within the mist. Figures, dozens of them. Their eyes black voids, their hands reaching, stretching toward the house. Then, her bedroom window. The recording flickered, static buzzed. And then, in a voice unmistakably her own, she heard it. Let me in. Mira dropped the phone. Outside, the fog was rolling in again. And this time, the door was already unlocked.